The strongest Mediterranean Bo Dassin in the universe has a new film. I won't talk nonsense about his fighting power. Let's go straight into the film. It's the year 204. Bo Dassin has become a farmer under a pseudonym. The only person who depends on him is a stranger neighbor. Aunt Wa takes Clay in, gives him land for wind cultivation, and invites him to dinner at her home in the evening. But as soon as he gets into the house, his computer starts to alarm. Aunt Wa is an accountant in a company. Before contacting the data company, he was unaware that the signal had been hijacked by a hacker. The hacker deceived Aunt Wa into downloading the software by falsely claiming it to be the company's latest firewall. He used his bank card to log in and enter the password, but the computer suddenly shut down. More than 700,000 company accounts and his own pension were emptied instantly. The fraud gang is large and has advanced hacking technology. When the gangsters cheered, the laptop screen lit up again, but the balance on it was only zeros. He realized he had been deceived. Viewing the bank's information sent consecutively, Wa Shen instantly collapsed. This money was enough to make him squat in the building for 3 lifetimes. The flower god who couldn't think of it chose to end his life. Clay was refining honey and preparing a gift for the flower god. When he was holding the honey and getting ready to go to the banquet, the room was surprisingly quiet. Years of life and death made Clay alert. He picked up a knife, but the scene in the room made him very sad. A pistol and a shell lay on the ground. Clay sighed as a woman behind him aimed at him. Hei Mei, Wa Shen's daughter, was a female police officer. She suspected Clay of theft and handcuffed her, but Clay did not resist at all. Hei Mei saw her mother's body when she looked up. Clay was the initial suspect, but all evidence pointed to Wa Shen's suicide. Clay recounted the accident story. Despite being taken back to the police station, Hei Mei understood everything upon seeing her mother's computer. It was clearly a telecom fraud. Clay's fingerprint was not. Hei Mei apologized to Clay for the incident and told him what she had found out. Clay discovered that Wa Shen was murdered by a fraudulent company. He went to Fengchao and retrieved his long-forgotten phone. He wanted to avenge Wa Shen. Clay asked the organization for information about the fraud group. The group was setting up outlets around the world. There was one in Clay's location. He didn't stop, went straight to the building, and carried 2 barrels of gasoline. As a gift. This is private property. You can't wait to go in. Clay swaggers into the building with gasoline and arrives at the fraud gang's office. The violent behavior shocked everyone. He then poured gasoline, and the people were scared and ran away. The security guards of the building finally waited, but several men in black were knocked to the ground before they even touched the corner of his clothes. Then he took the oil barrel and attached the 2 bombs on his waist to it. Then he made a timer in front of the supervisor using local materials. He left here in a swagger. This matter was quickly reported to the headquarters of